Wait for me to say action. All
Oh
right.
my
Now,
goodness.
now I'm recording. You may speak.
All right. Well, welcome everybody. Good to see everybody show up this evening. We are launching our first weekly episode of Lithias Tea Time. So it's going to be a chance for all of us in the community to get together once a week and talk to each other. We're going to highlight different members from the community, different players from different guilds every week so we can get a chance to get to know some people. And we'll be doing a character review. Gnome's going to be picking a character every week and giving a review on that. We're also going to be doing all the events, streaming people's polls, talking about the events, and then obviously any tea that's going on in the Lethus land. So one of the things that I wanted to touch base with is we are going to be audio recording these events. So just if we could try to keep the language PG so that we can follow all of the official Discord Bloodlines rules and regulations. And also to make it a little easier for our video and audio recorders to edit the material afterwards. We'd appreciate that. So everybody's going to get a chance to contribute as we go through, and everybody's opinions and thoughts are valuable. So these events are going to just be us coming together and making the most of it and having some fun. So one of the things we wanted to do was have LD take a few minutes, introduce himself, and tell us all a little bit about his Lethus journey so far and his thoughts about the game. So welcome, LD. Thank you for joining us this evening. And
Thank you so
maybe you could give a shout out to the crowd and tell us a little bit about yourself and your gaming experience here.
sure. Thank you so much, Autumn. Hi, I'm LD. Obviously, shout out to the two guilds I'm in. I'm in both D53 and Sans Heroes. Love Rom, Grumpy, Autumn, all the amazing people. Also love Sans, Bodie, Sans. Obviously, he's the leader. Big L, Zero, and them. So I've been playing for I'd say just about a year. Um, and so I was looking for a game that you could have some good optimizations, different things to try, and really be part of a positive community. And as a whole, I've experienced all of the above. Um, Pretty easy to level your people up. I mean, it is a game where you spend some money and you level up, but there's a lot of different strategies and different things that you can do in order to level up. And so I have found that it's very fun playing a game where you can have the same teams and one side completely loses due to traits or astrolabes or just the different customization options. It's a pretty steep learning curve as I've been playing for just about a year, but I have been encouraged with the fact that there have been such great mentors. Murda, one of them, Bodhi, another one. And then, others. I don't think there's never been a person from D53 that hasn't been willing to lend a hand. And so that's made my gaming experience wonderful. And I plan on staying around for a while and being a fixture in the community. Running two accounts and two guilds is a little bit more overwhelming than I initially anticipated. So I should probably follow my one of my mentors' advice called Rom and really actually start using the blue stacks. But yeah, it's been fantastic and phenomenal, and there's good rivalries and good guilds, strong and various personalities and cultures within each guild that I've got to experience some of, and it's been overall a really good experience.
Appreciate that. Thank you for sharing your experience with everybody, with both being in Sans Heroes and recently joining our guild as well, and all the different people and experiences that you've had. One of the things I wanted to talk about, so one of the teas that has happened in Lethus in the last week is the entire situation that happened with the subscriptions in the Google Play Store. And I really wanted to maybe get everybody's feedback that's here of how they feel like Goat Games heard what they were saying and responded by offering the free subscription. I can personally speak to, I was very pleased to see that they, I know that there was some timing issues with it being a holiday and such, but that I was very encouraged to see that they responded to the community's request and did actually make something come to fruition and offer that 1 month free subscription. So, LD or anybody else on the panel, do you have any thoughts on that?
I would just echo what you said. It was nice to see them, taking into account what everybody had fed back. And I personally had an issue with getting the new subscription. But as soon as I reached out, they fixed it. So they're obviously really trying to, make it work for everybody.
And without the sub, a lot of people wanted to quit because it's just the dailies take too long. Marriages are too difficult to do without the sub. Interrogations are too difficult to do without the sub. I'm actually hoping that they take this opportunity to maybe give it away for free and not charge people $10 a month for it, and try to figure out something different to monetize with the subscription. But I will say it shows great faith, and yeah, I'm happy that they gave it away for at least a month for everybody who can't renew it
Yeah, I would
right
say that's
now.
very encouraging. And, it's like showing good intentions on their part to try to mitigate some of the, obviously, the discontent the community is experiencing over this situation.
Agreed, 100%. I kind of wish they had acted a little bit sooner, but I am thankful that they did respond. I think the 1 month free subscription is a good start, but I think as long as there is an issue with it being in Google Play and people not being able to the subscription until they figure that out, I think that just needs to be extended, especially for those that have done the subscriptions and now they can't utilize. I mean, there are a few players that have left because of it. I mean, Murda is one of
Yeah.
them. And so like some people that are staples and, I guess you would say OGs in the community, like that's pretty disheartening to be honest. And so hopefully this will entice, some of these great players back because there's a lot of wisdom that they have that they pass on and knowledge and, will help continue to build, a positive, encouraging community where we all get stronger together, we can test things, we can, you know, we grow together as a community and it lasts. And that's how you would get a game to last longer. Otherwise, it's gonna die, and that would be really disappointing considering we have a pretty big community. I mean,
Do. Couple of comments from the audience. Sans commented, free sub was an easy win. $10 is a small amount of goodwill in the long run. If they want to just give us marriage and interrogation, that would be great. I hate paying for barriers instead of growth. And then Grumpy Old Man said it may work in their favor. Some will get the taste and buy it after. So a lot of very valid feedback there. I think that from our perspective, it seemed to be a very long time without the subscription. And maybe if we just put our eyes in the developer's situation where they're getting the notification, they're all like scrambling to try and figure out what's going on. They went through processes to see if they could get it reinstated within the allotment. And then I guess that time ran out. I think it's a week-long holiday over there at the time afterwards. So it was probably a lot of things that where time is moving a lot slower for us is probably seemed like a blink of an eye for them that everything was happening. Oh, Jervis said it couldn't be me. I had the sub the whole time. Yeah, some people had a better timing for those subscriptions. I did want
I
to
like
point
the
out one
idea
note.
of
I
them
did
keeping it
notice that
free.
Sans had said when LD was talking about his Letha's journey, he did make a comment that he is like a content creator in his own right because he likes to write stories during Guild Conquest. And I'd heard that as well, which I thought was a fantastic concept where you're writing a story as you're playing against your rivals. So,
it builds community, it helps bond people. it reminds everybody it's a game and we're good people and we come here to decompress from real world strategies or real world problems. And it's fun, like because how many times have we sat in a game where there's nobody talking and it's just going to a tower? But when you talk about the all flame of Lithis burning brightly over the M21 mid tower and Gnome and Brumal clashing at gate, G07, like it's just more entertaining and it's fun and you say things that can make people have a good laugh and people remember the stories. They don't necessarily remember who won, but they'll remember the stories and how it made them feel. And if it can make them feel good, then we can help continue to build a positive, flourishing community as opposed to watching a community die due to toxicity and destruction, right? And so if we can do our part and help build those things, it really is something special.
Yeah, we're here to be entertaining and to be entertained and to have a little bit of fun.
So, who is Sans Heroes' biggest rival? Because I'm not too familiar what goes on outside the top 10 that often. So, who are you guys?
Uh,
Who's your number one competition down there?
Sans, do you have a statement?
I don't
Leader,
know.
fearless leader?
Rob's being
Oh,
controversial.
Well, it's supposed to be
I
tea
mean,
time with Autumn. Let's get some tea. What's
all
the
right.
tea outside the
I
top 10?
mean, yeah. So I would
Rob's
say,
mother is my biggest rival.
oh, wow, that escalated. Um,
Sans, I'm my own worst enemy. Well played,
this
Sans. Well played.
this is why,
I've
yeah.
seen
So our guild
I've
is
seen the
a bit
enemy and
unique
it's
in
me.
that we really don't take anything seriously. Like we're happy to be top 50. We have some goals, but for us, it's more just building good laughs and having a good time. That being said, we've ruffled some feathers and we've had feathers ruffled, though I can't really name specifics because we don't just remember. We just addressed it. Some of them got, super whiny and moody during the guild battle. And I mean, we've had some fallouts with some people, but in regards to main, like, pure rivals, I can't think of anyone in a negative light. I will say Sky Legends are great adversaries. Ifrit, Guea, Nyx, we've always had great clashes with them. I mean, and it's always been friendly and story well written in there.
Great competitors, right?
Yeah, they're great competitors and it's positive and they're tough. Sparta is tough. Guea tough. Nyx, Efreet, they're they're tough, and they're similar in power. So it's nice because it's not like, oh, we're just gonna get blocked in and just do nothing, or oh, we're just gonna block you in. Like it's no, it's a free for all. I think we ran the last time we fought them in match 19 of last season. I think I know for myself. I think I ran through like 250 speed ups and probably 100,000 amethyst. So like to me, yeah, they stand out just because they've always been great clashes and great discussion and you know. So in regards to good rivals or worthy rivals, I'd probably say Sky Legends or maybe even Luminous Valley. Shadow is tough.
All right, so it looks like the actual new event is called Annihilation Frontline. I think we have a few people that have volunteered to stream their attempts at this new event, so we can all learn together exactly how this is going to go. Rom, did you have the names of the people that said that they'd come up and give it a go?
Well, I have it up right now. If everybody wants me to be the guinea pig and go first.
Absolutely. I'm here for that.
Who wants people to, yeah, everybody wants to see you get your butt kicked.
Oh my!
Absolutely.
What's
Yeah.
with this? Okay, so I guess they want me to start off with assault mode. Where let's see, this kind of I think this is similar to the anniversary event way back when, except it's with the Eye of the Abyss boss. Assault mode, you can try out different combinations of energy and all right. I'm just jumping in. Let's go. We'll go right to hard. What's this?
Are we
Right to
taking
hard.
bets?
No foreplay for Rom.
Who's a betting person? He's gonna fail miserably on this first attempt at hard mode.
I'm not going to fail
Jervis?
miserably.
Jervis,
I
you're a betting man.
don't know what's going on. What
What are the odds on over for Rom based on his Lexus history?
do you mean based on my Luxus history?
Grumpy said you're on defense mode.
What does that mean? You know what? I think we're going to need a
Maybe
volunteer.
maybe
Teach me how to do
Azrael. Yeah. Maybe somebody should come up here and coach Rom. Who wants to be a coach for Rom as he goes through this event? Azrael said, don't add 10 times restriction. Laugh my ass off.
Wait, no cursing.
Beep, beep, beep.
Wait, what's 10 times restriction? All right, bring up Az. Bring him up. I wonder, do you lose a turn if you back out? Well, let's just see what happens. I got 53 seconds left. I just threw in some guardians and my adjudicator. It looks like I'm doing some kind of damage, but you really can't tell.
Oh, here comes Azrael. Thank goodness.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey, Az, how you
Yes.
doing, buddy?
Yeah, I got way more rewards doing without restrictions. Restrictions times 10 just like completely stopped me.
All right, so if I stop in the middle of a battle, I can leave and try again, right? So no harm, no foul.
I haven't tried that.
Okay. All right, so I go in. I'm looking at a dragon. He's flapping his little wings here. Countdown: 6 days, 23 hours, 24 minutes. Is this event every day for the next 6 days? I take it.
It's got to be.
Yeah,
They can't just give you 3 shots for 6 days. That'd be crazy.
Okay, on the leaderboard, these are the. If you get first place in this, you get some pretty impressive rewards here. You get this fancy little whatever, 5 compasses, some dark eyes to reset, Sprite, Astro Shard that didn't go your way. Look at this: 10 legendary chests, 10 Starlight chests. That's a lot. Let's see, 50 of these guys that go all the way up to the Griffin. So this is like a legit. These are some legit rewards.
The border was created by somebody in the contest on Discord as well, so that's pretty cool.
Oh,
Well, that's
okay.
really great information. Thanks, Gnome. Aurora says,
Aurora
my
says it's their
frame.
frame.
That's
Yeah.
your frame.
Very nice.
Yeah, if you look closely at that frame, it's a wolf and a dragon fighting each other.
Oh, I see.
Ah, wow.
Well,
Well,
Yeah, that was the winning voting for the community for that frame.
when I stream my attempt, you'll see it live in action because I've got it equipped currently, thanks to winning the fantastic event that the team put on.
all right, let's see the boss info here. The ancient pyro dragon masters blaze, an ability to doom the entire world. Challenge it. It requires as perfect combinations of wisdom and courage. I don't know what any of that means. Knocks back surrounding enemies, immune to control, roars to stun targets and knock back other enemies. Okay, so we can't control this thing. So if we're gonna mess with our sprites to fight it, we don't want to use control sprites. Is assault mode the way to go? As for most points.
So there's 2 modes, right? Offense
Um,
and defense.
I didn't notice a huge difference between defense and offense, but when you look at the bottom, there's going to be a little add button, and you can add restrictions. The more restrictions you add, the more rewards you'll get. But adding 10 did not work.
So what magic number did you find so far for restrictions?
I did 2 hits. I did one with no restrictions and one with all, or the max 10.
All right, so I'll take tank restrictions, warrior restrictions.
Mario is saying that sprites cannot be used.
Ouch.
I believe only one of the modes counts though, as far as like your total points, right? Does that anybody else read that?
It looks like Nightcrow is saying that the rewards are in defense.
Defense. Thank you, Nightcrow. Thank you, Rug.
All right, so we'll go to defense, hard mode. Does anybody think I should take any of these restrictions?
Well, unless you're running a tank and a warrior, I'd take
What's
them.
the wait? So is this saying I can spend these crystals on the
No, no, they'll add those crystals to your rewards.
Okay. So I guess we'll go with no restrictions for the first time. All right. So
Born in war. I like it.
all right.
Oh, and once you use your champions, they're banned for the rest of your hits. So choose wisely.
I feel like it's that episode of Indiana Jones. Well, now I don't know what to do. I know what I'm going to go with the standard team with the elephants. Any word from your buddy Rolf Farcido? He seems to have a knack for soloing these kind of things right out of the gate.
You say roll does?
Yeah, he was the
Yeah.
first one to solo pretty much all the Luxus bosses.
Nice.
Nightcrow saying, so we're allowed to have a team of 5 without selecting any of the buffs, debuffs? Is that correct?
Well, I just did. I just put in 5 with nothing.
Mario saying, yes.
So after my epic fail here, I guess, do you want to stream yourself hitting it, and then we'll do Mario next, and anybody else that wants to come up? Aurora, how about you? You're always really good at these type of scenarios.
So the buffs and debuffs, is it like some of the other events where you have to use all of them at least once? Aurora said sure, she'll come up as well. Thank you, Aurora.
Mario says he's already blew his load in terms of doing it.
His attempts.
Not having sound kind of makes it weird just watching it go.
Yeah.
That's
I
what she said.
personally have not heard any sound for this game at all in the last 2.5 years.
Did any of you read through the enemy enhancements? There's one called Flame Domain. It adds 300 to your score. Summons minions periodically. That sounds interesting. There's also one, Lava Eruption. Erupts magma when using an ultimate skill. So these should be pretty interesting to see.
Yeah, that would be really good to test. See?
Oh, sounds like Gnome just volunteered to go third. All right. What did I do here? Current score 22,500. Is that any good? Let's check the leaderboard. I'm losing to Mario.
You said you didn't do any enemy enhancements? And if
I
you
didn't do,
got 22,000 for each one and there's 3 attacks, that's 66,000 total. And if what's he at? 75,000? So keep those numbers in mind when you're calculating your scores.
all right, I'll stop streaming so someone else can stream.
Well, Aurora did offer too. Who's going to go next? Nightcrow said, did I just see 50 airpots for rewards? I mean, this is replacing Eyes of the Abyss. Hopefully there's a lot of airpots in here. Not a dude. Is anybody else struggling to get the champs into the teams? I'm pressing and it works 1 press out of 10.
Oh, I can share my screen now.
Are you going to add some buffs or debuffs?
I've gone for no tank, no warrior. I've gone for peace.
There's one of them that when the boss attacks, it reduces your team's fortitude. You can probably get that one too. That's not going to make too much of a difference.
What a fantastic idea, Big Puddin'. Thank you very much. I'm going to summon some minions.
Oh, this should be good.
I'm going to give Rom that eruption he was talking about.
Sounds like there's going to be a lot of fire. A lot of flames. We thinking
And
the
I'm just
minions
gonna
are going to be little imps? What do we think?
maybe I'm gonna go nice and basic and just throw in what I would use in. Oh, it looks like all the champs are sort of been equalised,
Oh,
so gear and things aren't important.
it looks like you can add sprites. See the little button on the left?
Oh, somebody had mentioned about sprites earlier.
Way to go, Mario. More fake news from Mario.
There we go. Thank you very much. No, you are on fire.
It was a descent into madness, definitely.
Check,
Grumpy
check.
thinks that in attack mode you can use your sprites, but maybe not in defense mode. So maybe that's
Maybe,
something
but I am
the
in
next
defense mode. Yeah, I'm in defense mode, so we'll see what happens.
Mario went all in without sprites.
Nice one, Mario.
Rom used none as well.
My fault. I should have known
Not
better.
a dude is still struggling with not being able to get his champs in.
Can
Yeah,
you
my
imagine?
champs
Are your champs
picking as
blocked
well.
out because of the buffs you picked? Like if you say no warriors, all the warriors will get locked out. If you say no tanks, then maybe it takes all the tanks away. And that's why you can't find your champions? And hard nope.
Also consider Bunny, anybody that has her or the sprite, because the boss will do the stun just like the old Abyss boss. And so if you have Bunny, you at least keep your backliners attacking the whole match.
I wish there was a better way to actually see the damage being done. Like maybe if they used commas that were more pronounced.
Or it like came up on the, as like a score somewhere.
I don't even think these numbers are real. I think they just make them up. Then give you a thing at the end.
Stick them on so I feel good about myself.
I guarantee if you paused and you wrote down every single one of these numbers and added them all up, it would just be some random nothing.
So far, I've lasted 92 seconds.
All right, I'm at 115. I hope I can make this last. Okay, see, I just died, but with sprites and everything, that was 39,000 score for one attempt. So about 40,000, 3 attempts, that's 120,000 at least people should be getting. And the rewards, it gave me ×4, and I got 120 gems, 80 air pots, 200 of the silver armor tokens, and some other stuff that I don't care about.
Yeah. So I think 120 seconds is the max time because it just cut me off at 120 as well.
Okay, that's where I was at too.
Yeah. And as you can see from the stream, I got 63,900 points because I am that guy.
That didn't listen. That didn't listen to
Game
Mario.
on.
Well,
I'm
Yep.
not.
honestly, the boss doesn't hit hard, and most people I think can last 20 seconds. So the idea
Well,
is going to be just stacking some shields on your team or stacking some good healing.
well,
Like
that's what
for
I try to
instance,
go
with the
for.
enemy enhancements, you
I,
want whenever you're doing healing team, you want to do it where all your shields are reduced. That's one of the enemy enhancements. And then whenever you're doing your shield team, you want to do it where all your healing is reduced. So that's 2 of the 3 battles how you can set up your teams right there.
Well, we should test that because healing used to count as shields.
Aurora, the floor is yours.
I haven't even done this. I don't even know if I know how to share my screen. um,
Alania, can
Maybe
you
I got
bring
the
Aurora
one for
back on
one.
the stage when you have a moment?
She
She's
tried to
jumped
pull.
off the stage. She
Yeah, she
tried to
pulled the
get
runaway bride. That's what she did.
yeah, the runaway bride. But her hand is back up, so she's okay. Here she goes.
did you understand that I have no idea what I'm doing?
Aren't you a tech person though?
Yes, but that doesn't mean that I'm a Discord person. We refused to use Discord because it wasn't um whatever. There was reasons. Okay, where's Bloodlines? I'm trying to bring up Bloodlines on my iPad
On your iPad.
so I can see both screens at once. What do you mean I need to log in? You know my login. I'm not sharing my screen right now, right?
Nope. Yeah, sharing it. No one's gonna know your password is Bosco57.
Okay, you might want to bring somebody else up while I figure this out.
I'm actually enjoying watching you struggle to do a simple stream.
You enjoy that. Go for it. Next time you want tech help, don't ask me.
Well, if you
Well-
can't scream, you can't give me tech help. I'm supposed to be asking
That's
you
a
how to
different
scream.
kind of tech help. Rom, who else did you ask to come tonight to
Can
There
you see
you
me
go.
okay?
I can see it.
Yes.
All right.
Good job.
So I threw on a few of these that I tried before. I'm in the defense mode. Let me wait. So can I use these ones again then? So I already used it once and used one of my challenges. It looks like I can use the same ones again. Anybody? If that's
I
the
just
case, that's pretty cool.
go for your best score. Help us small folk out. Teach us.
All right, I'll do the. It was pretty easy for me, so I'll try to throw some big things on here. Flame domain ignites enemies with normal attacks. We'll do that. We'll also have the lava. Now let's do a meteor. We got 3 more. Energy recovery rate for allies is reduced by 29%. We'll rock that. And then the healing one, we'll do that. And then the bosses increase its damage. He wasn't doing very much damage to me, so I'm tempted to try it, but let me see. Okay, how about skill damage is reduced from the boss? We'll see how that does. Because I'm in defense mode, so I don't know why it matters how much damage I do to the boss unless that's included in my score.
Well, let's see what happens.
I kind of used my shield people on the last one. So who else adds a shield?
Well, if we're just gonna go picking out random, what about the
let
Lume?
me get a
The
tank.
Lume.
Let me get a tank of some sort.
What about the male Lume?
This is kind of one of the negatives, is I used a lot of people. What's a tank that adds shields? Everybody, pop quiz. Oh, I can't have tanks.
Node Slayer. Use a Node Slayer. That adds a barrier.
Yeah, I used her before, so I do want to use tanks.
Damn it,
And I'll
man.
just
Pick
go with
someone.
9 out of 10 just so that we can get this rolling.
Oh,
I'll put
Jesus.
her in, him in. You can't stun the boss, so stun's not important. Having extra. Okay, here we go. How about the big panda? Big pudding, I mean. And then who else?
That's a waste of a champion.
Maybe.
You know it.
I feel like defense
Never
is all you got to do is kind of stay alive. So just, I don't know if the damage that you do is actually considered.
All right, let's go. Hit it.
Okay, let's try this. Let's see if it is just kind of truly a survival mode. 120 seconds. I'm not getting very many shields. But I do have Wraithen. Oh, I didn't even set my sprites. I'm such a noob.
Hold on. This is a good
All
thing.
noobs.
You
This
can
is
hit
like a
pause.
brand new.
Hit pause.
So here, let me see if I can do this without losing it, without losing the
You're not
attempt.
gonna lose anything. So you get multiple tries at this. So if you're doing it and you think your first run is going absolutely terrible,
Your sprites
restart it.
get locked out too. Look, I tried to use this one, the selected roster, the sprite that's already been battled. Oh, so that's interesting to know.
So Aurora, any
This guy
message you
heals
want?
himself, so that'll work. And then Panda died pretty quick, so let's go.
Any merit you think to the strategy, Aurora, or do you have something else in mind when you're gonna go on defense?
I mean, I was going to go with the old Eyes of Apis team and see what happens.
Ooh, a traditionalist.
But I think in choosing your 3 teams, having heals and shields, especially on the defense side.
Yeah.
On the assault one, yeah, you just want to power your team up and try to probably do as much damage as possible. But on the defense side, I can see this adding up to a ton of air potions. Maybe not as much as we got in Abyss, but maybe it'll keep the community happy.
I mean, we don't need as much as we got out of Abyss. I haven't worried about air potions in over a year and a half. So.
Yeah, but I'm talking to some younger whales that are only
Yeah,
a year and a half,
they
2
need
years
them.
in, and they don't have what we have.
Yeah, well, I mean, Abyss I was getting 100k in a day, and 25k means that you can play for 2 weeks and not have a problem. Is defense hitting harder than attack? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Basically, is can I go pure assault, and how fast will I die if I do that?
I think the main thing is just to balance your 3 teams. Maybe make a super defensive team for all the hardest the hardest enemy enhancements, and then just maybe your team 2 modified a little bit more for defense. Because this team is not defensive at all, really. It's got some heals on it, and I'm already hitting 100 seconds.
Wow, Nightcrow has insulted my honor. It says I don't sound like an Italian from New York.
I care to differ.
Rom, I'm 100% New York Italian. Grumpy old man. Guardians seem to live better.
Well, that's not surprising.
My
Okay,
ult died really
here we
quick.
go. You guys can see what I got. So it's about 74,000. Remember, I had 9 of the enhancements, not 10, and it's times 4, and it still gave the same amount of rewards at the bottom, just a higher score. So voila. Let me leave the screen share.
Okay, here I'll just leave. All right.
Okay, so she's streaming. No,
How do?
I saw her
So you
eyebrow. I
can
saw her
use
eyebrows.
the same enemy enhancements each time. You just can't use the same sprites each time, and you can't use the same roster each time. So that's really easy. All we got to do is find the easiest 10 enemy enhancements that all go well together, and then be able to coordinate your teams. That's it. Easy.
Mario's got his hand up.
Cool. Thank you.
Oh, something just went live.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you're sharing. By God, I think she's got it.
What do you mean she got it? Come on.
Were you just flexing with that blue dragon floating around the background of your city?
Blue
All right, we got confidence. I don't think so. This is confidence. This is balling big time.
Woo!
And everybody, to prepare yourself for this mode, you need to go make 3 sprite groups in your little sprite area, the sprite haven, and you need to make 3 different sprite groups unless you use it regularly. I don't. I normally use the same sprites. But if y'all go in there, you can see the elf roster 1, elf roster 2, and elf roster 3. Just make sure you don't reuse any of the sprites so you can make them easy on this new event.
So you get 3 tries at this, right? Is it 3 tries on the offense and 3 tries on the defense, or just 3 tries total?
3 tries on
Three
both.
each.
I don't know. Mario's not feeling it, Aurora. He's saying, not this way. You're going to lose.
Hold, hold on,
Showing how it's
whoa.
done.
Don't listen to Mario.
No,
Mario said
Aurora, do it.
just do
Yeah,
what you were
do it.
doing.
Yeah,
Yes.
you don't lose an attempt, so you're fine.
Did you set your sprites?
And can we get a disclaimer whenever Mario says something to follow at their own risk? 120 seconds. Again, can't see much. No, I'm saying I can't tell what's going on with the numbers and the animations and all the craziness. I'm watching your health bar fall fast.
Well, it's also
Pause.
you got
Get
that
out of here.
weird lady
Restart.
who
Get out of
steals
there.
next thing.
Bill.
I feel like it's aliens too. Get out of there. Run.
Nope, we're losing people.
So just a heads up for everybody who's in late game and they're playing the defense, use the minion summoning one. The minions die really quick if you even have one champion on your team that does AoE, like Queen of Frost or Dawn Feather. It's real easy points, is what I'm saying.
Oh, Eth's bar is going back and forth.
All right, let's see. Mario says the fate is bugged in this mode for some reason. We mean for some reason. What does that mean
Defeat?
for
What do you
some
mean
reason?
defeat? Is bugged. Halfway there.
How is the fate bugged on this?
Every time she's ulting or doing something, I'm just taking damage on my teams for some reason.
I just like the fact for some reason. Like, why would it not be bugged? Is the better question.
Is it the Guardian ability where doesn't that have her shield, her globe? Doesn't that have some kind of return damage or something? I don't know.
I think
She reflects damage.
I think it's
I
reflecting
do
back to
not
her.
like how much Eth's bar is jumping. 2/3 of the way, 3/4 of the way there. Now I'm 2/3 of the way there. So
Yeah, you can also crowd control these things, right? So using
Well, I
having
tried that.
one of
Oh,
your
there went
teams.
F. I'm in trouble now. 100 seconds. I'm too close to quit, though.
Come on. Do it.
Come on, do it.
Of
Get
course,
to
at
the
this
See you
point, I've
chopper.
blown all
before.
of my defensive guys, so I'm not going to have anything to do for the next two. But I picked all the highest scoring thingies.
A side note, I completely forgot how to do the farming event.
Oh, Suzanne said alts are not on. Turn alts on.
I did.
Oh,
Oh.
But yeah, you have to turn them on. Okay, so 120, 110, almost 110,000.
Wow,
And I
that's a big
got
flex.
80 points.
110,000. Nice.
So the potions are not reflective of the score. What you said you got 50 for 70?
The score's just for the leaderboard.
Ah. Well, this is the max bonus, so this should be the max rewards.
Yeah, that's awesome. Nicely done. Thanks for showing us that.
Hassan
Yeah,
said
way
he
to
thinks
make
the
us all
floor
feel
is
like
steel
less of a man.
6%.
Somebody take a screenshot because apparently I can't while I'm sharing.
Yeah, 330 a day is what people should be. 330,000 a day is what people should be able to get.
Well, I'm not gonna. You can't. Can you reuse these? Can I just do two more exactly the
Yeah,
same day? Well,
you
no, I
can
can't.
reuse
I'll
stuff.
die.
But that's why if you figure out some like that's what everybody can kind of work together to do or work with their guilds or their friends in determining what are the best teams so that you can do three separate teams and run all of the hardest enemy enhancements.
Yep. Okay. All right. So now I'm curious. Let's try an actual damage team. Leave it on hard, but let's take things off that are random. So minions should be fine. That one I saw spiking. Normal attacks. Sure.
I hope a lot of
Sure.
people watch this recording because if they have any doubts or don't know how to do the event, they can jump right into it after watching this.
Do I have?
100%. San said he thinks that the floor is stealing 6% of the boss health points and then giving it back, but it's distorting the bar in the process. He said
Yes,
what he
that's the
thinks.
way she does it on normal trials.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take off eating my shields, but I don't. Is there any shield? Yeah, there are a lot of shields on my team. Although if I can't use Skelly, this might hurt. Energy recovery rate. No, I'm about to run the energy team. Healing. Nah, that's not enough points.
Like one
No.
shielder, one healer, and then the rest all crowd controllers. And I think that should be able to beat the maximum each time.
I mean, I just did the maximums. The question is what I do next. I want to run the normal team and see where the score goes.
Oh, you're doing the
So,
assault one?
well, I'll run defense again because that's where you guys want to see, but um, yeah, let's keep the reflect. Okay. Sure, let's do all of the crazy things. No shields, I want energy recovery, healing I don't really do. Steals defense, go for it. Don't steal strength. Um, Silenced I don't want. That's really annoying. Sure, have to give the boss a shield. Norse Fortitude. Oh, I released my selection limit, so let's get rid of something. What do we think is worse, a meteor, magma, or normal
I think
attacks?
you do whichever one's got the highest point value.
Oh, well, that's all three of those, but I want to ignore Fortitude because that's easy. Uh, and I need warriors and tanks if I'm going to do the old Abyss team. Okay, so except I can't use Frost Lady. That's unfortunate. Um, and my Akuna is not set up, so this is not going to be a valid test. But she's
I don't know if they actually used your gear or anything else really, because I put in
really
female the goat, and like I don't have any gear or any of her stuff leveled up, and she did fine.
all right. You guys get to go look at all my champs because I have to go figure out what I did with my Akuna. um.
I think it's using default. It's not even using the actual ones.
Okay.
Not even the
It
script.
has stuff. Okay. He is there. Why can't I find him?
Yeah, I don't
Hey,
think it's using your
Okay.
specific build,
Yeah, I
Akuna.
don't think so.
hey,
So
It would
Mario,
just be whatever they've
is
done
the
with it.
Sanctum Grove the same way? They're just default champions, or are they impacted by gear and stuff that you have on your ones?
oh,
I really don't
everything is
recall.
level 700. This is why I cannot find it. Okay.
I
Wrong
don't recall
Akuna.
Sanctum Grove. This has been a while.
Okay, so that's actually not. Yeah, this is gonna be really annoying to find everything with no stuff in. Okay, there she is. And then I want the elephant. Where's the elephant?
In the room.
You have to blur out your account so those spies can take advantage of seeing this in-depth look.
Oh yeah, I've got level 700 everything. Good luck figuring out what I'm doing. um, and then we need Gokon.
Don't forget your sprites, Aurora.
Yeah. Oh well, I'm gonna have problems with sprites. Um, yeah, I want Go. Where's Gokon? Y'all, if you see the Monkey King, you really should not be this
I,
far
re-
down.
Is that a movie?
I really enjoyed that elephant in the room joke. Make sure it stays in the final edit. Man.
Wait,
No, that's the old. Where's my hell's my Monkey King?
do you mean the Bloodcraft? Because you can't use them. I didn't see any of them.
You can't use blood crafts at all.
I didn't see any Bloodcraft when I was
I think he's right. I couldn't find my monkey
I was
king.
like, where are they?
I
Okay,
couldn't find my
at least
monkey.
I'm not insane.
Bloodcraft are
um,
there. They are there.
It's
um,
always Shim's fault, says Bloodcrafts are at the far bottom.
yep. Well, maybe.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah,
There
they're
he
there.
is. Okay.
But why are they at the bottom?
And then FOS.
Thank you, it's always Shim's fault.
Yeah, it's okay. Well, thank you for that. Lovely. Now I start all over.
Oh boy. Well, there was female limestone.
Yeah,
It's on
but
the
she goes in
left
the
there.
back. I need
Oh my lord!
what's her name in the first spot? Positioning is very important. If you all don't play with positioning, you're missing half the game.
Yeah, but you can stick them in and then move them about, you crackpot.
Okay.
Just drag him around.
Well, wow, this is difficult. Took 15 minutes for you to get to stream. Now we're taking 15 minutes for you to put your team in.
Hi,
Uh,
Jason.
let's see if I
Oh,
help
dear.
you out anymore.
No, don't say
Yeah,
that.
I think you've been a very good sport, Aurora.
Okay.
She voluntarily came up in the stage, Romules.
Yeah, exactly. What a legend.
All right. We'll see how badly I die with no defense. Yeah, very badly. This is going to take about 2 seconds and I'm just going to quit. Yeah.
We appreciate you.
Long trials. So you do have to run defense on defense. Okay, good to know. It is not actually. No, I did do that one. Why did it let me do this one then?
Because
Okay,
you'll
I'm
have used
confused.
right again.
Well,
Like if it's a strike that was in the same, because it's the
yeah, but I
individual strike that's
ran
banned.
this one, didn't I? No, I ran that
Yeah,
one. Okay.
yeah, but it's got the racing in both of them.
Yep. Okay. All right, 90 defenses and I used them all. Joy. Count's probably a bad
So I see the
idea.
male Esther are there. I think Gnome
Yeah.
was going to talk a little bit about that champ as part of our stream this evening. Gnome might be a good segue since he's up on the screen.
Yeah, let me take
So part
over.
of our Wednesdays, we're going to pick like a champ. We can just kind of highlight some of the best parts of those champs.
Yeah, there's so many good old champs as well, and there's a lot of guardians that aren't saying correctly. But I want to do a little highlight just to kind of introduce people to some champs maybe they never played with, or if you're a newer player. The nice part about some of these older champs is you can do 15 level 15 on your skills. Like right now, I know a lot of people still struggling with Guardian books. All right. I'm
No,
just gonna make
you had
this
some
pretty.
footage you wanted to stream of the Estrier in
Yeah,
action.
I got some footage so I can show people what his skills look like in combat. I kind of want to go over his skills. They're only like 2 lines each, so it's not like I'm going to be sitting here reading an entire like the count or anything. So yeah, I'll kind of Male Estrier came out long time ago, and he's a very unique champion because he has the ability to revive. And isn't Male Choir the only other champ in the game that's able to revive? Um, Esterir. And Mel Esterir is really awesome if you put the Doombringer wings on him. Oops, I got a little bit of lag.
Definitely.
Yeah, see his wings right there? They look really cool. So some things about Mel Esterier that I want to share. One, he's part of this bloodline aspect of Arcane Ward. Some other memorable champs that have the same one are like Mailwater Sun, Mail Acuna, who I'm going to do a video on. One of my favorite champions ever. Female Selphos is also of that same bloodline aspect. This champion, of course, he doesn't have any skills that go off of strength. So one of the nice parts about him is you don't have to put any of your big strength runes on him. You can consolidate those on the rest of your team. So, and another thing about him, you don't really need to put him in your sanctuary to be effective. He does just as well at level 700, and if he dies, he's just going to resurrect anyways. So his passive, he turns into like a frozen egg whenever he dies. And it lasts for 6 seconds. And then every time he dies after that, it adds 2 seconds to it. And yeah, if the rest of your team's dead and he's a frozen egg, then you'll just lose. So that's his passive, really strong. And something to go with his passive that not a lot of people know about is if you have any traits on him, like notice what I have right here. If you have any traits on him that only last for 10 seconds or 15 seconds at the start of battle, when he revives, those traits proc again. So if you have brave on your trait and it gives your whole team a shield whenever you start the battle, when he resurrects from his passive, he'll apply that same shield to your whole team again. So super awesome because you got some great traits like inspiring from the Ugrul clan that adds plus damage to your whole team. You have demoralize, you have rapid shot, you have light suppression, and for newer players who don't have any attack speed on your team, having a rapid shot on this champion is awesome because you give your whole team attack speed for 10 seconds, and when he resurrects, you get it again. And so I'll talk about energy regen in a second. So his active grants damage immunity to the caster and an ally front row first, meaning it focuses on the P1 position. So whatever champ's in the P1 position, but also
it gives it to him as well. So if you have him in the P1 position, it gives it to your ally in the P2 position. If your ally in the P2 position dies, it gives it to your ally in the P3 position, and so on. Cooldown is reset each time the caster is revived. So what's really cool is as soon as he gets out of his frozen cocoon, he is already throwing his active on your team and keeping them alive. And then this is just an awesome ultimate, very short and sweet. Permanently increases the caster's max con by 20% while keeping the current constitution percentage. So every time he ults, he's gaining 20% more con. Like hardly any champions in the game add con, but this is one of them. So energy regen is really strong on him because it gives him energy anytime he gets hit by an active or an ultimate cooldown 8 seconds. And so he's getting higher and higher constitution. And do you know what that goes really well with? Champions that go off of max constitution, like female Requiem's passive. Whenever one of her skulls goes and heals someone, it's based off their max con. In fact, the new Flora Guardian, I believe one of her abilities heals off your ally's max con. So as he uses his ultimate more and more in the battle, all those become way stronger. So and if he's in the front row and you have Rathan goes off max con for the shield. And so every time he has more max con, he gets more shields from Rathan. So there's another combo for you. Also, grants protection to the two allies with the lowest constitution for 8 seconds. 8 seconds! During protection, the two allies are immune to control effects. And when they take lethal damage, the caster takes the damage instead. That is so good. Like right now, the game is how can you make your team immune to control? If you're playing high end right now, that's what you're focusing on. So people are getting the bunny sprite. People have Fate in their team. Her sanctuary makes people immune to control. But this one, where it gives it your two lowest, your most hurt allies immune to control, so they can get off their heals. Say you got an Eldrasil, he can't use his passive that heals him whenever he's controlled. Well, with this, boom, he's not controlled. His passive goes off. He heals himself up to full. And then another really cool part is when they take lethal damage, the caster will take it instead, and then he dies. But who cares about that, right? Because he'll come right back. So he uses, of course, the tank astrolabe. You could see for me, I didn't use any strength runes. Remember how I told you? He doesn't go off of strength. Oh, wow. I don't have very good runes on him at all. That's funny. But your strength runes, you can save those for another champion. And so I have a couple videos to show you guys really quickly his skills and his skills. Okay, here we go. So there's the shield, the blue shields that go around him and the ally. And as soon as he gets full, okay, now he's put it on. So did you still see the male Stingir, whatever that guy's called, the lion? He used his ultimate, and because Mel Esterir had his ultimate on the female Tidestorm, she didn't get stunned by Mel Samir's ultimate when he roared at her. So that's kind of a quick one right there. Just to give y'all a little clue. So whenever you see them in battle, you're not just like, what are these things? The main thing I want you to see, though, is he puts the blue aura underneath whenever he uses his ultimate. So when you're watching battles, just remember, they're immune to control. So you can see it right there. And look, you see all those immunes popping up as the female Bloom tried to use her passive on her. It goes immune because it's just awesome. Okay, here we go, and I'll keep moving quick. So I got a couple battles so y'all can see the dude in action. Sorry, a little music. And here's a good combo. See how the Void Guardian, he absorbs up to 50% damage from your back row. Well, when Mel Esterir used his active, he protected Void Guardian from taking any of that damage. And I got to give this combo full credit to Selena, a fellow Asylum member. I saw her using that in one of the Luxus tournaments, and I was like, "That's a great combo." So check this out. Okay, so this is a really good part right here. Void Guardian's running away. He's dying. His health is bouncing. Void Esther comes back, puts the active on him. Look at that. He's not taking any damage. He's allowed to like heal up a little bit, last a little longer. Mel Esther now uses his ultimate on him. Look, Void Guardian doesn't die because Mel Esther was taking that lethal damage. And then I think I get creamed eventually here. But I also want to point out, look, everyone's using Harbinger in their team one. Mel Esterier, look at him. He's getting up. He's putting that active on Harbinger. There's his ultimate on Harbinger right there. So Harbinger has, not only does he have the bunny. Oh wait, this was the gnome account. Sorry. So I don't have the bunny on this account. But another cool trick that you can actually do with Mel Esterier if you have the bunny is put Mel Esterier in the back line. I know that sounds crazy, but when he can use his active readily and when he can use his ultimate without being interrupted, wow, that really saves your team a whole lot. So again, notice he just used his ultimate right there. So if anyone takes lethal damage, and you know what that really does well for Fate is if you can hold someone from dying for just a second or two with Mel Esterier, even if he dies, then Fate can potentially use her passive and swap that person's life. So, and you just see how often Male Esterier is using his ult with that energy regen. So every time he's getting an additional 20% con, he's got. Oh, he doesn't have Wraithen on this account, but yeah, just what a fantastic champion. And then here's the last one. This is a really good battle. And then after that, he goes so well with Void Guardian. Anytime you need control immunity, you could probably take Fate out of a group like this. And I used to have Count in instead of her, and that made a significant difference. Okay, so look, Mel Esterier just got sliced by Count. He's out. He's out for the count. Ah. And then, but when he comes back, he
One,
shields. Ah. But look, he comes back. He protects Void Guardian, so Void Guardian can keep absorbing damage from the back row. And if you have Wraithen, that adds even more to the survivability of that combo, Male Esther and Void Guardian. And then, and here's what happens in the long run. It allows your team to survive so that your Harbinger can ramp up, which is kind of what we're all trying to accomplish in our battles. Once Harbinger gets too strong, he just takes over the whole match. So, but anyhow, I think I might end up losing this, but Zero In is a really good foe, fun to play. Okay, I don't know. Maybe I don't. Look at this. So it comes down to Male Esterier and Harbinger. Look how ramped up my Harbinger is. Uh-oh. It's getting down to the nitty-gritty here. And see, if you didn't have Mel Esterier, you wouldn't have that last ally in the battle to kind of last while Harbinger's out there. He's constantly making them immune to damage, and oh, I think I got the win there, or maybe I didn't. I don't know, but either way, that's Mel Esterier. Hopefully, more people will choose to use him. He's a fantastic asset to your team, and he looks really cool while he's doing everything. So that's all I got for this one.
That was
Character
Hold on, can you
review.
can you put the link? Can you
Thank you
put the
so
link to your
much.
video in the chat?
Yeah, I'll put it in there in the chat,
Your newest
and then
creation.
That was fantastic. Thank you. Yeah, if you wanted to put your link to your video in the chat here, and anybody who would like to follow you on YouTube, Gnome has a creative content YouTube channel here for Bloodlines Heroes of Lethos. He'd appreciate you liking or subscribing, I'm sure, to his channel. I think we're going to wrap it up. I appreciate everybody for coming this evening. Big shout outs to Aurora, to Gnome, to LD, to Rug, to Mario, Who else came up on this page? Azriel, Elenia, and of course Rom for audio recording us this evening. So thank you for participating.
Peace.
Appreciate all of your feedback. Sorry, was somebody saying something there? Did I cut you off?
I know. I think you cut out for a second.
Oh, did I? Okay. I was just giving a shout out to everybody for participating and for joining us this evening. And we'll see you again next week. We'll have more guest speakers and we'll be talking about the event from next week. And stay tuned to see if there's any more tea around the land of Lithias.